rich people. What's wrong with them? Like, what? You ever think, what is it about money having extravagant amounts of wealth that turns someone who may have been a good soul as a child into a horrible, horrible elite? Now, I'm gonna just give my truth and my theory on it. It may not resonate with everyone, but this is just what I feel is going on. I don't think it's the money in itself. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie to you all and say that their world isn't fun. I used to sail before I learned about Gaza, and the crippling depression made me not want to do anything privileged anymore. But I did used to sail, and I have been out of state for a regatta back in 2022. I went to New York to a genuine yacht club, shout out American Yacht Club, and it was very, very rich, very white. That was probably the whitest place I have ever been, or probably will ever go in my life. All right, they had tennis courts and a private pool next to a private beach. Like, what is even the point of that? The dining room with white gloved waiters and all. I stayed in a gated community for 2 nights because the yacht club members were hosting the racers. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that the rich people's world isn't fun. It's very fun. But what is the energy that makes them not share it? Because I think everyone has the right to enjoy things like that. You know? Call me socialist if you want. The more I think about it, I probably am, if I had to pick a side. But what is it? I'm sure you can only have so much fun after a while of doing this stuff, having all the things, going on all the boat rides, all the jet skis, all the this and that and the other, all the mansions, traveling. Once you've seen all of the world in a private jet, like, what's next, you know? So the reason I think rich people have this weird desire to not share their wealth is because, well, they're puppets, most of them. Most rich people in this world, and I'm talking like billionaires, they're puppets to these entities that I like to call void celestials. Now, what is a void celestial? A void celestial is what some people would call demons. Other people might call them aliens. They are beings who have the intention of harming, of controlling. They feed off of fear and other dark emotions. If you've ever been near water at night, and like if you've ever been on a cruise and looked out at the ocean after dark, and you feel the sensation of that dark water, the fear that you get when you look at that dark water, that's essentially a void celestial, or you're peering into their realm for a moment. And these beings, they work through these rich people. They use them as puppets to try and control the rest of us. They work through actors. They work through government leaders, CEOs. Because no soul is born into this world terrible. I do not think that. No soul is born into this world an awful, genocidal, war-craving monster. All right? No soul is born into this world with the desire to have schmecks with children or people who just straight up don't consent, children or adults. No one is born into this world with those mentalities. But something happens in life if you show a lot of talent or you have a lot of money. You're born into money, especially. These void celestials, they start to come for those people. The talented, the intelligent, the ones who show that they could be of use to them. And what they will do often, not all the time, but often, is they will create a soul tie to these people. And a soul tie is, well, it's what it sounds like. It's what you, again, going back to what happens behind closed doors of rich people, those parties, like the Met Gala and all these other crazy things in Hollywood, Bohemian Grove, if you've ever heard of that. All these places where all these rich people party, yeah, they're not just having dinners and dancing at those things, okay? They're doing soul ties. Not everyone who appears human is human. Remember that, my beautiful sailors. These void celestials can shift their forms. They may appear like you and I, perfectly solid. They may even go so far as to use the Bible. Some of these void celestials are preachers. And they tie their souls to the people who they think will be of use to them. And they do this through schmecks, very often unwanted or pressured schmecks, drugs, humiliation rituals, all kinds of ways. And it's never consented to. It's almost never consented to. And if it is, it's only consented to because of peer pressure. I mean, peer pressure's a bitch, man. It can get even the smartest people to do the worst of things. So I think that's what's going on with a lot of these elites, these oligarchs, trying to push us, especially right here in America, push us into where we're going in all this fascism. They're being puppeteered by these void celestials who hate that the light is waking up. They hate that people are becoming more conscious. They hate that we're straying away from their idea. They hate that we're straying away from their God. Like, if you anyone who is spiritual nowadays and has read the Bible and explored other religious cultures and understands God and truly knows God, knows for a fact that their God is not the same entity as what we feel, what we know God is, okay? And they hate that we realize that. So they're trying to force us back into compliance. It's void celestials.